flu epidemic has hit a milestone that hasn't happened in over a decade. Doctors at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) say they're seeing widespread instances of the flu in 49 states. It's the first time that many states have been slammed by the flu at the same time in over a decade. Some evidence suggests that the worst of the flu season is upon us, and that the flu shot will be better at protecting more late-season cases this year. Flu season arrived early in the U.S. this year, and it's been deadly. To make matters worse, the current vaccine isn't working very well against one of the most common strains of the virus. This year's influenza season is proving particularly difficult, CDC Deputy Director Ansha Chat said during a briefing on Tuesday. Perhaps the most unusual thing about this year's flu, experts say, is that it's hitting almost everyone at the same time. The flu is widespread in 49 states right now. According to the CDC, Hawaii is the only state without the distinction. Doctors at the CDC say they haven't seen that kind of across-the-board flu circulation in the last 13 years of tracking the flu, or maybe ever. The quick and deadly spread the prevalence of the flu has led to shortages of antiviral drugs that doctors prescribe in the first 48 hours of illness to make the bug shorter and milder. Pharmacies in San Francisco and Atlanta have reportedly been running out of the drugs. But while there have been nationwide shortages in the past, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration says there are no current shortages of brand name or generic drugs. At least 21 children have died from the flu so far this season, and Dan Jernigan, who directs the CDC's influenza division, says it's likely that the actual number of kids who've been killed across the country could be double what's been reported. On Tuesday, NBC reported that a fourth grader from Connecticut died suddenly due to complications from the flu while away at a hockey event. It is not known whether the boy had been vaccinated, but a 2017 study showed that getting a shot can significantly reduce a child's likelihood of dying from the flu. In California alone, 43 people under the age of 65 have died, most of whom were unvaccinated adults, the California Department of Health told Business Insider. One victim in the state was a 40-year-old marathon-running mother whose flu led to pneumonia and sepsis, according to CBS.